I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you, Dean.
Thanks. All right. Does that mean I got to get out of here now?
I can't. There's too much going on over here.
I never do it that way. I always do it this way. I never did that. It's just
I'm not going to fight this.
we did it the other way. Did a couple pictures in the first season. That was it. You corrected me on that earlier this morning. I thought it was ironic, right?
Last time you came here was 2014.
2014? That was last year. I guess I'm headed up there now. Is that what's going on? Yes, sir. I'll see you. I look forward to it, my friend. The weather just changed here every 15 minutes. That is. It's the Midwest. Mother Nature says it's going to hold my beer. I'm telling you. 5 minutes ago it was pouring, now it's hot. There it is. Break them out. Well, cheers all. I appreciate you. I'll see you over there.
Hometown of Superman. So I got a couple questions to ask you, and then we're going to open it up to the crowd here.
First of all, I want to say I had nothing to do with the weather. That was pouring rain, and then all of a sudden it's sunny, and I showed up. I'm not saying it's coincidence,
I love it. I love it. All right, so you lived a remarkable life even long before Superman. So you grew up in Malibu, a lot of famous friends that we probably know the names of, went to Princeton, the NFL. So what took you to acting?
Well, I grew up the son of a director, so I grew up around filmmaking my whole life. Just like if your dad was a veterinarian, you'd be, comfortable around dogs and other animals, except for that one that's barking. It's the kind of thing that I grew up around, so I was always part of it. I was always an athlete, I always went to school, but I was always on set. And then I looked at what my friends did from college in the off time, if you will. They'd go and be Wall Street investment bankers and wear a suit for 40 hours a week, and I'd go on my dad's set of like Young Guns, and they're playing cowboys and Indians and shooting guns and having a blast. I thought, that's a lot more fun than that. So that's part of what moved me in that direction. I knew I'd end up in the film world somewhere, but I didn't know exactly where. Writer, director, actor, and you make money a lot faster as an actor. So it's appealing. But as a director, I really enjoy doing that too. So I'm very blessed. I have a movie out in the theaters right now called Little Angels that I wrote, produced, and direct. Yay! Thank you. It's hard to find it in the theaters right now because it's a very limited release. So it'll be out streaming soon. And if you got any young athletes in your family, they may like it a lot. So that's a lot of fun. And I've got a very busy schedule for the rest of this year too. When it rains, it pours, literally.
So was Superman your breakout role?
Life Goes On. Anybody? All right. I played the Hawaiian dancer guy and dances. Yeah, that was something special. I had a lot of those in there. That's just Lane. He was phenomenal. So yes, it was more fun to work with.
Here's another Superman.
On screen.
Supergirl and Supermom, huh?
I'm just a wonderful individual. I was honored to be able to work with.
You look great.
Thank you for that.
Here, I got to put this in.
You want to tell me your name on YouTube or?
Melanie, and we're from the Quad Cities, Illinois.
What's your name?
Kira, and I'm also from the Quad Cities.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
You're Superman that I grew up watching.
You mind if I put you on YouTube?
And then you were a bad guy in Smallville. How did that
Yeah, that was quite a different turn. What's your name? You know, so I was doing
Kristen.
Superman. It was great fun. We had a lot of fun with that. And then when Smallville came out, and they were doing that, and then you know they were looking for guest stars and things were going on. When Christopher Reeve did a guest star spot on Smallville, I just knew it was a matter of time. I had such respect for Christopher that it was ridiculous. And when they finally said, "Hey, we're trying to work it out for you to come on to the show, would you be interested?" And I'm like, "Well, my Superman did it, so absolutely, I'll do my best to try to get on the show." We finally found something fun to do.
I am Homelander. Homelander from The Boys.
Homelander. Okay.
Yes.
Let me get the full picture here. All right, looks terrific.
You know who this is?
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy. Can you touch me? I'm immune. Actually, I'm married. So.
You're immune.
But you don't mind me putting this on YouTube, right? I got a big section of Dean Cain, so I'm gonna put some of this in
awesome.
there.
Yes, awesome.
My channel is Prophecy to Day One.
Prophecy to Day One.
Usually biblical stuff, but
okay.
I'm just I got a little bit of a following. Not great, but
All right. Okay.
but you look great. I love it. I'm glad people dressed up. This is the best I could do.
Yeah.
You look for real. And I'd be really afraid to touch you if I thought you were real. Did you mind if I put you on YouTube?
Yeah. Oh, no problem.
Huh?
You're good.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name? What's your real name?
Lélio, I'm from Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roselle, Illinois.
No, Brazil.
Oh, Brazil.
Yeah, South America.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You flew all the way?
Yes, with my daughter and wife. Say hi.
And you flew with him?
Yeah.
You got
yeah.
an invisible jet.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Great. That looks great. You don't mind if I put you on YouTube?
No, you're good.
Okay, I've got a channel. It's called Prophecy to Day One. It's usually biblical prophecy. But I figured I'm here. I got some of Dean Cain, and so I'm just going to put it on there for fun.
Why, nice. So what's your channel?
It's Prophecy to Day One. All one word.
Do you shoot record or no? Can you type for me, please?
Oh, sure. Let me turn this off. I have a channel. It's called Prophecy to Day One, all one word. So if you want to see it, you guys look great.
Of course. Have you seen her? She looks amazing.
Tell me your name, your real name, and then your costume.
Chelsea Holly Quinn.
No kidding. I think everybody would know that.
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern of Earth, and I've just done a little Joker makeup today.
I like it. Joker Lanterns. Actually, those are my two favorites.
Well, I aim to please, sir. I aim to please.
Now, who do we have here?
Jason, Wonder Woman.
Jason, Wonder Woman. Now, are those real?
No, I made them. Take pictures with her.
Oh, you made them?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
These,
More attention than
my
me.
lasso, and my tiara.
Terrific.
Bring it on in.
And this is just a wig.
My channel's Prophecy to Day One, all one word. If you want to see this.
Okay.
Okay. Good costume. You make the whole thing?
No, I got it off Amazon. I just improved it.
Okay.
Like
Great.
I colored these in to give it some more detail.
Great. Terrific.
Made the belt because the other one it's so cheap it fell apart.
Oh my goodness, I should get the Batmobile, huh? My goodness. I could use one of these. Okay, you're not done posing yet. This is terrific. I have a YouTube channel. You don't mind if I put you on there, do you?
Oh,
Okay.
Want my car in there as well?
Is that yours over there?
No, that one's not.
Wait there. We'll go ahead and get it. In fact, you can explain it to us. Tell me. Let me get your whole thing here. My channel's Prophecy to Day One, all one word. If you want to see this result.
All right.
But okay, what's your real name and tell me your character, which is obvious, but.
I am Batman, and I'm Batman.
Okay. I realize you don't want anybody to know your identity.
I'm Alex, and I'm Catwoman.
I love it. Let me see the whole thing here. Can you whip the whip? Can you?
Not
or is
safely.
It, oh, not safely. Okay. Hey, you look terrific. It's great. It's great. Let me see this car over here. Now, did you fix this up yourself? Or did
Well, I went and bought a Corvette.
Yeah?
And then I had it paint protection film wrap, so that way it went from gloss black to a satin black. And then I had the windshield tinted, and I ceramic coated the entire car. That way, with all the rain we just had, the car is easy to clean.
Okay. Now, if you guys see this car, it belongs to this gentleman, and this is the one true Batman. You can tell because he's got the vehicle. All right.
I'm Batman.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
I guess they got a Superman car here too. We got here a Ghostbuster? Is that? Oh my God.
I would say the one and only, but I got a whole tent behind me.
Now, you don't care if I have a YouTube channel, put this on there?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
That's wonderful. Then I should tell you about it.
It'll appear on Prophecy Today 1. Kind of misleading because I'm a Christian minister, and I have, I'm into biblical prophecy. So I've been doing that for years. But it's Prophecy Today 1, all one word.
Well,
Do you want to see tell us who you are and where you're from. And
I'm Anthony from St. Louis, Missouri, here with the Gateway City Ghostbusters. Everybody say hi.
Oh my goodness, there's a whole bunch of Ghostbusters over here.
Look at them go. What we do is we raise money for suicide prevention and awareness. Keeping people out of that dark place, letting them, reminding them that's not the answer.
Hey, you know what? Which character are you?
I'm just me.
Okay, you're just you. My grandson, his name is Heath, and he absolutely loves Ghostbusters. Can you say hello to Heath?
Heath, you are a man of culture. You've been brought up well. You've been brought up right, and you just got good taste in fine cinema.
Let me get the full thing here because he's got all this, but not quite as nice as this. But
Hi, how are you? Daddy, is that
now, is any of this made up by you, your own design? Or?
Well, I've had this jumpsuit since probably 1999 in middle school. My grandma sewn on all my patches. I still have a jumpsuit from when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, I think the expression is. I've been dressing like a Ghostbuster a lot of years. But yeah, no, the Proton pack was available through Hasbro a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That one's also mine, but that one you can just get at Spirit Halloween. That is the full-size Spirit Halloween Proton pack.
Now, if you got one of those little, oh, there it is, a good container. You got any ghosts in there?
Not yet. I just got here, though, but we can always check to see if it's empty here. I got service mode.
Oh, good.
Nope, we're empty.
That's really, really cool. Good idea.
And that does attach to a foot pedal and everything with a 9-foot cord on it, but I'm definitely not going to try to roll cast iron wheels on this stuff. All the dinks that they've been in them forever. Be like your grandma's chairs that don't roll anymore.
What do you got over here?
All sorts of 3D printed goods and accessories. And like I did mention, all the money does go to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Okay.
And it's made by, well, them, but he's gone.
My husband makes the majority of it. We are from the St. Louis area. We're the Gateway City Ghostbusters.
I've been to St. Louis a few times. I'm actually, right now we live in Tennessee. And I used to live up there. I was born in Chicago. Been here a few times. And I imagine your table's going to be here tomorrow too, right?
No, today we're just here today.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go ahead and swing back. Somewhere is my wife. I left her over there with Dean Cain.
I was gonna say she's over there snuggling with another Superman.
She probably, yes. If he snuggles with her, she'll probably let him.
Right.
Do you mind if I put you on YouTube?
No.
Okay, my channel is Prophecy Today 1. Okay, just like it sounds, and it's all one word. Just in case you want to see this. But why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves and who you're supposed to be? And it's kind of obvious to us, but some people won't know.
So I'm Catwoman from the Batman series back in the 1950s, the one with Adam West. Great show.
She was the most beautiful Catwoman, was she?
I'm Harley Quinn.
Okay, did you want to tell us your real name or no?
No, thank you.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let me get the full effect here. I was so much hoping that people were going to dress up. You know, well, there's going to be people like go to Comic-Con or something like that. You know, so I'm so glad I got to get the Bugs Bunny over there. I don't know if you saw him. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you so much. Can you tell me what happened to you? Were you fighting with Batman or
the Joker? But yeah.
You look great.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. So have you been robbing for a long time?
This is actually my first time doing this costume, but I'm liking it. So,
would you want to tell? Do you want me to? I have a YouTube.
Oh, that's what you're. Okay.
It's called Prophecy Today 1, all one word.
All right.
It's usually biblical prophecy, but since I was here, I thought, oh, this would be fun.
Yeah.
And you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name's Cameron. I'm here with two of my friends. I think this is my third time here.
Okay. And you went to the museum, I'm sure.
Yeah. But I'm. Oh, hey, I found you guys. But I'm really enjoying it.
Okay.
And except the rain, but you know, we had a poncho, so it was good.
Now, how'd you injure yourself?
I didn't actually. I have a condition called cerebral palsy.
Okay.
But yeah.
Do you believe in Jesus?
I do.
Can I pray for you?
I would love that, yeah.
Okay, all right. Father, in the name of Jesus, Lord God, we know that you are God in the flesh. We know that you paid for our sins, that you busted that sin away and broke the poverty and the bondage of sin through your resurrection. And we, by believing in you, have been invited to become children of God. And this is absolutely amazing. But the best thing here is we know, Lord God, that you have the power. I'm not making any promises, but I believe, Lord God, in my heart. Do you believe that he is able?
Yes.
I believe that you are able. He believes that you are able. Lord God, wouldn't it be wonderful, Lord God, if you just touch him today in the name of Jesus? And I thank you, Lord God, for the heaven which you've built for us. In Jesus' name, that New Jerusalem. You looking forward to the New Jerusalem?
Yes.
My YouTube is Prophecy Today 1, all one word. If you want to see this, but otherwise, I pray, Lord. I mean, I didn't just pray in vain.
Yeah.
I believe Jesus is able. He's the Son of the living God.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
God bless.
Thank you. God bless.
My wife, her two brothers were actually they didn't live very long. They had a condition also that they were born with, and I think the one of them lived to be 21, but the other one maybe 18 or something.
Luckily, my condition is not like degenerative.
Yeah.
So luckily, I should live a full life, but that's sad.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. Really, what happens down here, I mean, we have trials, but up there, your body, I mean, you're wearing this superhero, you're going to be, I mean, you're going to have all the powers that you wish.
Yeah.
And I just want to encourage you on that.
I appreciate that. Thank
okay.
You.
God bless.
God bless. Yeah.
And then I came out of the water to Zarathustra, you know that song? Dun 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 dun. My dad, I was watching that show with my dad, and it was me slow motion coming out of the water as she stared at me. And my dad was laughing so hard watching that his nostrils were flaring. We were in a show called A Different World, and it was a great episode. And then I guest started in this other show called Beverly Hills 90210. Anyway, and from that, that was the last sort of guest star role I had before I got my breakout role of Superman.
Yeah, so had you had any exposure to the character? I've heard you talk about some influences. How much Superman did you know before you were Superman?
I knew a lot less than probably everybody here about the character. I watched Super Friends on television. That was really it. I wasn't a big, comic book reader. I was an athlete. I was running around. And I grew up in Malibu, California. So we're at the beach, or we're over here. We're doing that. And comics just weren't big in our family. But I was aware of the show, Super Friends. And I have an older brother, Roger, who's 2 years older than me. And we were surfers, and we grew up in the water. So we started watching Super Friends. And because he's the big brother, he was like, okay, I pick Aquaman. I'm Aquaman. And I was like,
Who picks
orange pants and a green shirt? Go ahead. You pick Aquaman. I'll take Superman. So that's how it started. And lo and behold, now he wears orange shirt and green pants for a living, and I got to play Superman.
I love it. Had you seen any portrayals by Christopher Reeve or George Reeves? Did they play into how you portrayed the character at all?
Oh, 100%. In fact, I remember the George Reeves version that was on television, because I'm old. That was on that TV when I was growing up, and so I thought I liked his Clark Kent version. Superman, obviously, was a little hokey back then. Then in his time, it was tough, the flying and the things, he'd run and jump off the little mini tramp and stuff. But then I watched, my Superman was, and still is, Christopher Reeve. He was Superman to me. So when I got to play the character, first of all, I was terrified. I was like, how are we going to do what Christopher Reeve did on the screen, on this little television screen? I hope we don't screw it up, and I hope people like us, and I hope we don't mess it up. And just the idea of it before I ever read the first script. Then I read the first script. I was like, hey, this is different, because the character's Clark Kent, and the disguise is Superman. So all I did was basically play what was on the page as Clark Kent, very regular guy with a little, kind of a wonderful secret, if you will. And when I was playing Superman, well, heck, I was doing my version of Christopher Reeve's Superman, so that was pretty easy. And that's the way I did it, is he was playing a character, and so they both influenced me quite a bit. I'll tell you that right now. No, Spider-Man's a great character. I think.
Let's group those names.
This is Hera.
Tara?
Hera with an H.
Hera.
Hera.
And is
Rex.
This is Rex, and Rex is related?
Yes.
Okay.
Sister brother.
These are the best costumes.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
By having anything dangerous, having somebody else do it. And unfortunately, I was a good enough athlete where I.
Do you mind if I put this on YouTube?
Doing any of the stuff. Oh, bumps and bruises.
You want to tell us your real
I don't
name?
consider that hurt. I will say that everybody who
My name is Nathan.
I want to fly.
Nathan? How'd you come up with this idea?
See, I've got several action figures of the Bugs Bunny Superman, and I've seen the different versions of the cartoons.
Let me see those signs real close
They're
here.
going to fly like this.
This job looks like a job for Super Rabbit. Let me see the other one.
Straighten yourself out.
Yeah, what's up, Doc?
Not so easy, is it?
So,
In fact, Terry,
Bugs Bunny and I go back a long way. You can tell by my age.
But yeah, I have several figures, and I just thought this would be fun to do. And
It was fun, yeah.
so I kind of threw it together in about a week, and here I am.
This is awesome. I'm going to put this on YouTube, just so you know. You're okay with that, right?
Sure.
All right, thanks. My family's right over. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know where they are.
Superman's one of my.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, Superman's one of my favorites. I mean, he's, you know, he's a classic, and many would consider him, you know, boring, but
Yeah.
he's been one of my favorites.
Don't let them tell you that about Superman. I mean, I was raised with George Reeves, and I mean, he wasn't the Superman of Christopher Reeves. Was I mean, that to me, he'll always be Superman. But Dean Cain was wonderful. I loved him. But you know, all the Supermen. I never get tired of Superman.
Yeah, I always had Christopher Reeves.
Did you see Crypto?
Oh yeah, I saw it.
There was two.
Yeah.
They were cool. I got them on there.
Yeah, I always had Christopher Reeves and Brandon Routh on
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah, and I, you know, had comics with Superman, and it was always Reeves and Keaton all the time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, some of the, you know, older Marvel movies too, but it was mainly just those two all the time.
I love Marvel.
Yeah.
And you know, I used to get criticized when I was a kid because my favorites were Batman and Superman. And you know, some of my friends would in school, they would be like, Marvel's heroes are much better and much more creative, and I'm like, yeah, but they're not Superman.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, some of them are a lot more like fun, or like, you know, they look, you know, more creative, but I always just thought that the DC universe had a lot more story to it. I don't know. That's just me. But I get both sides.
Thanks
it's
much.
Not it's not a fight.
God bless you, sir. God bless
It's nice
you.
meeting you. Nice talking to you.
Check out the channel.
What was it called again?
It's Prophecy Today 1. All one word, no spaces.
Got it.
Okay?
Today one?
Yeah, today.
Okay.
Like not tomorrow, but
Got it.
today.
Okay.
So Prophecy Today 1.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. Is this the Penguin? Is that what I...
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, can I interview you?
Oh yeah. Do you,
Okay.
I would have the mask down, but it'd be hard to hear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like whenever I speak.
Put your mask on, let me get the full thing. Full effect. You know, I just love the Penguins. Okay, so I got the fish, the umbrella. Okay, tell me a little bit about yourself, because I got a YouTube channel. If you don't want me to put this out, I won't. But.
No, go ahead. You can actually tag me. It's Mr. Moniker. It's Moniker, because I thought it was, you know, be a little clever to have it as like, you know, name as the channel name. I just post, you know, like some song covers.
Now spell it again.
It's just Mr. MR and then Moniker Moniker, and I just, you know, I'd post whatever, you know, like sometimes last year I actually did a vlog, and so I do like voiceover and stuff. But I've been meaning to actually try to do like get into interview stuff. So you know, I'm supposed to be good to be on the other side of it. So yeah, I don't mind being in an interview.
Okay, cool.
So what kind of, you know, like questions you got for me?
Well, why the Penguin? Why?
Well, originally I had wanted to do the 1989 like Jack Nicholson Joker, because I bought it from like for Halloween, and I figured I'd reuse it. But then with the rain, I'm like, well, aside from like a melted face look from the art museum, you know, it didn't really fit. But then once I found out about the rain, I'm like, well, I already had the umbrella, because I collect I get collectibles and things like that. And I also already had the hat and stuff, so I just took this as like a robe, and then online I bought the like the fur and the mask, to sort of like, and this is just regular gloves with duct tape. And so I'm like, well, it'd be easy enough to like put it all together, and so then I came up with that like last week, so it was pretty last minute.
Good idea.
But yeah, and for tomorrow I'm going to be wearing a poncho, and so I'm going to be American Psycho, because there's a scene where he wears a poncho and like has blood on his face.
All right.
So I'm trying to incorporate, you know, the costume with the rain, you know, so that way. So that was basically why I decided that, was to, you know, have it fit with the rain, so that way it doesn't seem too out of character to have an umbrella or poncho.
Yeah.
But I also do, you know, I love the older Michael Keaton movies, like the Tim Burton. That's my favorite Batman. So that's another reason.
Terrific. Terrific. Did you like Gotham?
The show Gotham? I love it.
Wasn't it great?
Yeah.
It just...
The only thing I don't like is the rights to Joker, because I feel like they could have done so much more if they were allowed to use Joker.
They could have. He needs to see what you look like.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. A picture. Thank you.
We're giving away books.
No problem. I'm fine. I have no peripheral vision at all.
Well, I found a lot. How close the eye is to the face. It's a mask that's like right up against the face. That's the back of I mean, it cuts it off a little bit, but yeah, if it's more than an inch or two, then yeah, you start running it. I mean, I can see fairly clearly the material that I'm using is actually one with this Spider-Man that I've worked with in a charity group.
Yeah, I can kind of see it's like a mesh kind of thing.
Yeah, it's basically a dust filter from the computer. So, like, I mean, you can see through it clearly on both sides, but when you put it in a mask like this, you know, my head blocks the light coming this way, so you can't see me, but I can see you.
Yeah.
Fairly clearly. I mean, yeah, now I'm looking through a straw, basically.
Now, can you tell me who you are? Who are you, the Blue Lantern?
St. Walker, the leader of the Blue Lanterns.
Okay, speak.
St. Walker, leader of the Blue Lanterns.
Okay, can you tell me something about yourself?
Well, it's the first,
where are you from?
The planet, I'm drawing a blank on the name of the planet, but a couple of the Green Lantern Guardians created the Blue Lanterns to give the to provide a boost for the Greens.
Are you from around here?
Not locally, no. A couple planets away.
Where'd you come from?
Talk about planet or town?
Town. Where you grew up?
I grew up in Ohio, but I'm currently living in St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, okay. I lived in fact, my son was born at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
Okay,
you know where that is?
Oh, yeah, I actually live my dad actually worked there, and I actually live a couple, not too far from it, when I was growing up anyway.
I have a YouTube site. It's called Prophecy to Day One, and I'm going to put you on there if you don't mind.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Oh, sure.
Okay, thank you. Let me get the lantern and everything here. Oh, do you know where the Smallville setup is?
Not right offhand, no.
Oh, no? Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. So my YouTube is Prophecy to Day One, all one word. Okay, so if you want to see this video.
All right, I don't do social media.
Oh, okay. But can you tell me who you are and YouTube? You're a red Batman?
Red Hood.
Okay, the Red Hood. Oh, that's what my son said. Did you get the Red Hood? But tell me about your character, and if you want to tell me a little about yourself, like where you're from. Or...
So my character is Eobard Thawne, Reverse Flash, from Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio. I'm from Cleveland, Tennessee. Not the same Cleveland.
Not the same.
But, I used to live in Dayton, Ohio.
Okay.
I was in the Air Force for 6 years. But let me get that full suit there. Why the Reverse Flash? Why?
We chose as a theme to do villains this year.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of Reverse Flash.
Okay, I am too.
Yeah.
So you guys, do you go together to Comic-Con and?
Just here.
Oh, just here.
Yep.
Do they do this every year?
Every year, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me interview this guy over here. And you are?
I'm Jason Todd. I am the Red Hood. I got killed by the Joker and got back to life by the Lazarus Pit.
Okay, so you got killed by the Joker and brought back to
the Lazarus
life
Pit.
with the Lazarus.
Yep, and came back as the Red Hood as an anti-hero.
All right.
And I'm from Toledo, Ohio area. So.
Oh, you're from Toledo and you're from Cleveland. Okay.
Yep.
That's kind of how many miles between Toledo and you're both up north?
Yes. You're looking about 100.
In Ohio, we calculate in minutes. It's about 2 hours.
Yeah.
What do you shoot out of that gun?
All right, so this is actually fun. Well, let me take this off real quick because this gets tiring.
Okay.
So this.
Hey, there is a person under there.
Yeah. It gets a little sweaty.
And good news is he's still alive.
Yeah, I've heard out.
Okay.
So what we got here is it just takes little Nerf guns, and a cartridge pops up to shoot out, and you just keep cocking it back, and it shoots mini Nerf guns.
Oh my goodness!
So yeah,
thank you. Thank you. You guys have fun.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys wearing this stuff.
Oh yeah.
This is the best I can do. Oh, excuse me. A little. I see even super villains at the shop, huh?
Yes, my daughter. Let's see what I got. Or if I got more.
Spider-Man approaches. Here, let me get the Spider-Man's approaching. Oh, Spider-Man! Oh, let me get Spider-Man. Oh my goodness! Are you the real Spider-Man?
Maybe.
Huh?
Maybe.
Here, let me make sure I can hear you.
Maybe.
Okay. How long you been Spider-Man?
Long enough.
Long enough. Okay. I have a YouTube site. Do you object to put you on there? It's called Prophecy Today 1. It's a Christian site.
I've never heard of it before.
Well, it's not that popular, but I've been doing it for many years, and been just interviewing some people. Can you tell me, are you from this area?
No. I'm originally from Phoenix, actually.
Phoenix, okay.
Yes.
Now relocated to St. Charles.
Wow, what are you doing out here?
Family.
Family?
Yes.
We usually take a vacation out here.
Oh, okay, okay. I was actually born in Chicago. I live in Tennessee now. But,
nice.
But, so you're going to be around tomorrow, too?
Maybe.
Yeah?
For a little bit.
For a little bit, yeah.
Okay. You want to tell me your real name or no? You don't have to.
Secret.
Okay. A secret identity. I love it.
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
It's called Prophecy Today 1. It's all one word, no spaces. Prophecy Today 1.
Okay. All right.
And it's. I mean, I've never done anything like this. I put biblical prophecy videos out.
Yes.
And I just had this idea because I was getting some of Dean Cain over there, and I thought, look at all these people all dressed up, you know. So I put it on there. So.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because I was going to do him anyway.
Oh, you were?
But I just had this thought, maybe somebody would like to be on there, you know.
Pretty cool.
I don't dress up for nothing, but I got a feeling you are the real Spider-Man. I'd like to see you climb up that building, but I know you're busy.
Yes, I'm busy.
You look great.
Are you covering the Israel and Iran?
Oh yeah. I'm always. In fact, yeah. We teach on it, and you know, Israel's. Some people don't. Some churches they don't recognize it, but it's literal fulfillment. And ever since 1948, I mean, I don't know what it's going to take for people to wake up, but we're here.
Yeah.
Jesus is about ready to break them clouds. That's what I believe. But nice to meet you. What's your name?
Tarl.
Carl?
Yeah.
And Spider-Man.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, are you Hawk Girl? What is this?
Thor.
Oh, you're Thor. Okay, Thor.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't see the last movie, but Thor was a female version.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hanging out with Star Lord.
You got a hammer?
today.
You do have a hammer. And only the righteous can actually carry that.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be able to touch it.
Nope.
I have a YouTube channel, Prophecy Today 1. It's a Christian thing, and I've never done this before, but I'm going to put this out here because I was shooting Dean Cain. I thought there's a lot of people dressed up, and I'm sure that they do. You mind if you're on there?
I don't mind.
Okay.
You said it's called what?
It's called Prophecy Today 1.
Prophecy.
No spaces. Prophecy Today 1.
Okay.
The number 1.
Cool.
And if you have any objection to being on there?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
You want to tell us about yourself?
My name's Denise, and this is my first year at the Metro Superman celebration.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You gonna come back?
I'm hoping to, but my friend that I came with, she's moving to Texas, so we'll see.
Oh, okay.
We'll see if we're able to make it back next year.
All right. Well, they got good stuff in Texas too. That's where my wife is from.
Oh yeah.
My wife in the yellow over there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, you look great.
Thank you. Sweating.
I saw you from the back. I thought, well, this Hawk Girl or something.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't recognize the hammer because Superman, Batman, and Thor were my favorite, and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Those 4, when I was growing up, they were like my best friends.
Yep. I feel you on
I
that
didn't
one.
have many friends.
So obviously the show is called Lois and Clark. You're half of that. How'd the show find its Lois? How did you find the Lois? Were you a part of that at all?
Okay, you didn't fully give this. The show is called Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
You got mentioned twice.
So I was 2 of the 3. I'm just saying. And I was very well aware of that. If there was a scene that had Clark in it, and then Clark ran off and had to come back as Superman, and then return as Clark, because I would have to be doing, okay, and cut. Go turn into Superman. All the stuff happens. I'd come back into the scene as everybody waited, and then I'd finish the scene as Superman, and I'd run out, turn back into Clark, and then show up like, hey, what just happened? Meanwhile, everyone else was just waiting for me to change, so we got that down pretty quickly. I was cast first on a Thursday, and when I went to network, there were 2 guys for Superman, there were 3 girls for Lois, a couple of Jimmys, and so I was so nervous and excited for it all to happen. I worked with 2 different women, but none of them was Terry. Terry was there, but I didn't get a chance to work with her because they'll pair you up for what they call chemistry readings. And so that was a Thursday. I got the job. I had a ski trip that weekend with my buddy. And I said, if I get this job, because he had it was my roommate and like my best friend, and he had to play Lois all the time. So so I was like, if I get this, we're going skiing. His parents had a place in Utah. Well, I got it. We went off skiing. They didn't cast Lois, and I got a call over the weekend. We need you back on Monday to read with a bunch of Lois Lanes. And there were 10 of them. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to do it in front of the network. And I was terrified that they were going to go, okay, you're going to be fired now because you're no good. Because I'd have to do it again in front of the network. And the scene was that Lois is a little bit intoxicated, broke up with her boyfriend. She had a French boyfriend, a photographer, in this series. In the pilot version, and she's a little inebriated, and she decides it's time for her to bed down Clark. Clark wants to, but being that he is the most moral guy on the planet, he doesn't. So she tries to seduce him, and he tries not to. That was the scene. So as she bursts in the door, first thing she does is kiss him right in the mouth, and then try to seduce him. 10 different women. I was like, this is the greatest job in the world. That's when I knew I wasn't going to be fired. I was like, yes. But 9 different girls came in. They were all great and did different things. And then they asked me, hey, Terry is the last girl to go. And she asked if you wouldn't mind go running lines with her. Well, none of the other girls had asked for that. And I was like, okay, sure, of course. So I went to go run lines with her. And as I opened the door to go in the room, she says to me, you don't like me, do you? And I was like, what? And that, honest to goodness, is how the show went. It was always Lois driving things and doing things, and Clark was like, what, huh? And then he'll figure it out. And that really set the tone right then and there. I will say, Terry came in, and then we did the scene, and she was phenomenal. She was the best actress of the bunch, and for those who wonder, she was also the best kisser.
So we've got Lois and Clark. So what's it like putting the suit on for the first time? Was that weird? Did it feel different? I mean,
it was not attractive because it's we go through versions. We went through a lot of versions of the show. We didn't know what we were doing. It hadn't been done like that before. So at first they just gave me a pair of blue spandex tights, which had feet in them too. You put your foot all the way in it and the whole bit. And I thought, when I first saw just the blue suit, I was like, we are in big trouble, ladies and gentlemen. And then we got the little, and I didn't get the full shorts like you got, buddy. I got them little tighty whities, if you will, but they were tighty reddies. They were the risque reddies, that's what it would be. So then I had those, got that on, I'm like, all right, I'm starting to see it. Cape goes on, the cape helps a lot. I was like, all right, this is pretty cool. But I was still, we had the boots we were trying to find. We had all these laced up boots, and I was like, that one doesn't look exactly right, and having to find it. And finally, when they put the S, the shield, on the chest, I was like, okay, we're in good shape. Daddy's home now. That was a much better deal.
Did you do any of your own stunts? Like, did you have to move in that suit a lot, or was it mostly just standing there looking pretty?
Well, I just finished playing in the NFL. I did all my own stunts. I loved that. That was the most favorite thing in the world for me. I mean, when Superman gets thrown through a plate glass window, there we'd have a stuntman. But everything else, running around, doing all the stuff, I was able to do. I had great stunt people who were there, and they would do it as well. But again, I was an NFL athlete. If they're like, run over here, jump off the mini tram, grab the thing, 8 times out of 10, I'm getting up there higher than the other guys, and they're like, all right, Dean, you do it. And then my stunt guy would be like, listen, man, this is my job, so you chill out. So great, but they were great and very professional. And if it was anything that was truly dangerous, it was always the stunt guys, because if I got hurt, we're shut down.
So I heard a story I've been dying to ask you about.
False.
So Tracy Scoggins, who played Cat Grant, was in an interview once, and she was talking about after the pilot episode, you, her, maybe a few others were kind of maybe climbing the WB water tower. Do you have any recollection of this, or care to give your side of what that story might be?
Yeah. Am I allowed to take the fifth here? Can I take the fifth?
I don't think in Metropolis.
Not in Metropolis. Yeah. In other cities, perhaps. Yes, very true. And here's some things that maybe you do or don't know about me is I don't like heights. I especially don't like man-made heights. So if I'm on the top of a 15,000 foot tall mountain, cool. But you put me at the top of, I don't know, the Sydney Bridge that crosses that, I don't like it. I'm very uncomfortable. The CN Tower, Toronto, very uncomfortable. The water tower. So there goes Tracy Scoggins. And if you don't know Tracy Scoggins, she is an animal. Like, she just got on that thing and just started going straight up. I was like, okay, I'll do it too. A couple other guys were going up it. I got about halfway, I kid you not, halfway, and I realized how high up I was, how stupid a thing it was that we were doing. And I could see the headlines. New Superman thinks he can really fly, dies falling off of the water tower. I was like, what am I can't do it. And so then I got that vertigo feeling, held onto that thing for dear life and slowly inched my way down. Meanwhile, Tracy Scoggins is up on top of the walk part of the thing, like running laps. Ding, 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 ding. I was like, this is not happening. So Tracy Scoggins is certainly way more brave than I am when it comes to heights. She is awesome, and I did chicken out. That's why I'm here talking to you today, is that I tried to go all the way up there, I would have found out that I could not fly for real.
I love it.
Michelle, right behind you. Right behind you, babe.
Okay, go over there to get your certificate, okay?
Harper, you want to do it? Yeah. You want what? I think that was actually okay. Oh, I guess I should move to the
Nikki's back. We filmed his shooting arrow.
Yeah, right there. If you're done with it, put the lid on it. I don't want you to
That's a different thing.
Appreciate it. Hey, are you Thor?
Yes.
Oh, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I am son of Odin,
Okay.
Prince of Thunder, God of Thunder, I should say. Brothers Loki. Just here trying to help kids out with doing what I was doing when I was a kid.
That's terrific. I'm glad you're all dressed up. You got a hammer?
It is around, but little kids around, you don't want them messing with.
Yeah. Right.
You want to learn how to throw an axe? Right here. So what you want to do?
You're in line too.
Yeah, we got one over
Hold
here.
it loosely. Alrighty. And then make sure you get a flick into it, and you really want to spin it and try to hit that target. Okay, buddy?
Oh, I'm in the way. Okay. Let me get out of the way. Thank you. Wait a minute. Is this Superman and Superboy?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Where'd you fly in from?
Troy, Missouri.
Missouri. Okay.
A few hours under our belts.
Oh, nice. Having a good time?
Absolutely.
Are you planning on coming back?
Oh, absolutely. We come every year.
Oh, do you come every
Yep,
year?
been coming since I was 8 years old.
So these costumes, these are yours?
These are.
I'm assuming you're not really flying in the air.
Well, you know, we make it happen.
I noticed that somewhere around here there was a cannabis shop. And
you
really want to fly? No, I don't do it myself. So
different ways of getting high, you know.
But you guys look great.
Thank you
I
so
think
much.
I've talked to you already.
Probably. You may have, yeah. But yes, we love it here. It's a great tradition.
All right. You mind being on YouTube?
No, that's fine. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Thanks. Hey. Are you a superhero?
No.
I had to get that.
Oh, okay.
I have a YouTube channel. I'm going to put that on YouTube if you don't mind.
I don't mind. It's fine.
This is bad. That's just the closest. Badass. Let me check out the chicken sandwich.
That's how you get your superpowers, huh?
Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody.
I want to give me some of those. Oh, you got some too. That must be it. And I'm wearing this shirt and I'm embarrassed because I don't have any.
You gotta go get yourself some now.
Hey, is this your car? Oh, look like. If they ask me, oh, look at this. I love that shirt. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is it, Spider-Man?
No.
No, that's Venom.
It's Carnage.
Oh my
It's
god.
Venom's enemy.
Oh.
It's Venom's enemy, but it's another symbiote.
What'd you say?
It's Venom's enemy, but it's another symbiote.
Oh, okay. It looks great.
Thank you.
I love it.
Bought it from down there.
Oh, you just bought it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary, though. Who's stronger, Venom or Spider-Man?
Venom.
Venom? Okay, yeah, I think so too. It would scare me if I was Spider-Man. I like this Batmobile. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
She wants a picture.
Oh.
Where?
You want a picture? Here. You want in here too?
That'd be
Come
something
on.
to walk.
I'll squat down between them. Wait a minute.
You know when you're all ready. Ready?
Yep.
And 1, 2, 3. Take a couple in case someone is blinking. There's always someone blinking.
You got that right. I do photography.
Thank
Every day.
you.
They always
Yeah.
blinking. Thank you.
Yeah, someone's always blinking.
Hey, Superman, what happened to you?
Lois had to do the dishes. I didn't listen. I've been playing pretty
You had a rough day. That's quite a suit there.
Thank you. Let me get y'all with that if you don't mind.
All right, so you mentioned your dad was a writer. You mentioned you doing some writing on Little Angels. Did you write any of Lois and Clark?
Oh yeah. My dad's a writer, my dad's mostly known for being a director, but writer, producer, director. So I came from that world. So when I got on the set first of all, I had a writing deal at Hollywood Pictures before I got Superman. So at the same time, I got both things, and I had to choose because it's when you're starring in a series, it's all encompassing. It's every hour of every day, and so I had to choose, and I chose Superman over being the writer, and so I had to negotiate out of that deal. So then on set, you're there on set, and you live on set, 18 hours a day minimum, and you'd have a little bit of downtime in between, and I always wanted to get involved as a writer, so I ended up writing 2 episodes of Lois and Clark. I wrote a Christmas episode, which is my favorite time of the year. It is. Yes. Outside of when the NFL kicks off, that's also my favorite time of the year. But then Christmas first, then that. So then I wrote a Christmas episode. Then I wrote another episode called Virtually Destroyed, which was a lot of fun, a lot of stunt heavy stuff. Where actually we did throw Superman through a plate glass window, and that was not me. That was Lincoln Simons. But yeah, I wrote a couple episodes. We were going to go on, and Terry wrote an episode, co-wrote an episode, and then we were going to probably be directing in season 5. But But Terry got pregnant between season 4 and season 5. We were picked up. I had nothing to do with that. I want to go on record. For anybody thinking out there, shame on you. And then, so we got canceled right there because she wasn't going to be able to film. And a lot of people thought we got, taken off the air. No, we were picked up for season 5, which I would have loved to have done because we didn't have sort of a closeout season. We ended with a baby being delivered and we didn't know who it was.
And I know you get this question a lot, but what do you think you would have done? What would you like to see if that continued?
Yeah, I don't know what they were planning, but what I would have liked would have been if Lois and Clark took care of that child. It was a Kryptonian child, and then they had to protect it for a while. And, as Clark was adopted, I was also adopted in real life, and I would love for them to have adopted this child to take care of it in order for them to go through half the season taking care of this child, falling in love with this child, and then having the Kryptonian parents come and get them. Meanwhile, Lois and Clark would be trying to have kids and find out that they really are incompatible. But as you go through the whole season, at the end, there's a lot of pain not having the child. Then I would have liked to have found out at the end of season 5 that Lois would be like, you know it, I'm pregnant. Dun, dun, dun. Tune in next season for season 6 of Lois and Clark. That's what I would have liked.
You were meant for this writing thing. I mean, it's time to tell. Okay, so
how much fun would that have been though, like raising the kids? And I haven't seen Superman and Lois. I've seen bits and pieces of it. They have kids. But what are the rules for how fast does a half Kryptonian, half human child get raised? When do they get their powers? Do they get powers? What if it's a boy? What if it's a girl? I don't know. We were supposed to find out season 6.
Yeah. So I think I read this right online. So your new movie, Little Angels.
If it's online, it has to be true.
You wrote, directed, produced, and starred in Little Angels. You did all. How does one do all of those things?
Oh man, it was so much fun. Doing all those things together is great fun. I had written the project years earlier and changed a little bit here, changed there. And the story is about a college football coach, really big time guy like Nick Saban, and he says something stupid, gets in trouble, and to keep his job, his $5 million a year job, he has to go and coach under 13-year-old girls soccer. And he doesn't like kids and he doesn't like soccer. And from there, all the fun happens. He starts coaching his team, and he realizes how these young ladies are wonderful competitors and wonderful kids, and other kids are picking on him. And then he tries to, then he steps in and starts to mentor them. Then he really cares. And then for the first time in his life, he's part of building a team and being part of that family. And it's a really sweet, wonderful film. If you get a chance to see Little Angels, it's in limited theaters right now. It'll probably be out streaming in about a month. And it's a passion project of mine. If you don't like it, yell at me because it's all my fault. I made every decision. I love the movie.
You did do everything.
I did do everything. So it's my fault if you don't like it. And if you love it, that's my fault too.
All right, Dean, I've got one more question for you before I'm going to quit hogging the mic and turn it over to these wonderful people out here. But we got a new movie coming out in July. So how has Superman still been a part of your life? What do you hope to see with this new movie? What do you think of what's been done with him so far? I mean, where do you see the character going?
Well, I'm super excited for July 11th, right? That's the date, right? I'm super excited for it, and because there seems to be a sense of humor that's back. There seems to be a lightness that's back. I think James Gunn is a very talented director. I love what he did with the first Guardians of the Galaxy, that sense of humor, irreverent fun, and just even watching the trailers, the little snippets from the new movie, he's hurt. Superman's hurt, and his dog comes running up on top of him and jumping all over him as your dog would do if you're hurt. And you're like, no, ow, this hurts, okay. And then he says home, and the dog realizes, okay, my own Superman's hurt, I gotta save him, and he takes his job. And I mean, something about that, I felt chills. I don't know how you all felt, but it was very exciting for me. I was like, that's good. It's got that sense of family, that sense of hope, that sense of positivity, and that little sense of humor. So I'm rooting for it. But if it doesn't live up to your expectations, none of that is my fault. I just want to hear it.
And Little Angels is still in theaters.
And Little Angels, if you decide you're going to walk out of Superman and go to Little Angels, do it.
All right, guys. So I'm sure many of you have questions for our wonderful guest here. So Tara here is going to be carrying the microphone around. So raise your hand up really high if you have a question. She will try to come to you as quick as we can. We're going to get through as many questions. Keep the questions on track. and hinged, meaning not unhinged. And we'll answer as many of these as we can.
Dean, you already mentioned how you worked out the blue suit. Whatever happened to the black suit you wore at the beginning of season 4?
Oh, the black suit at the beginning of season 4. I just keep that in my drawer and use it when I have a date. That's right. The black suit was something. We came back and I saw that suit. I was like, woo, here we go. We only wore that for the Kryptonian version, and then once he didn't go to Krypton, we were back in the big blue Boy Scout suit. That was fun. We got a lot of comments on that black suit. And I'm not saying I have a copy of it, but I might be able to work that out. If there's anybody that wanted to go on a date later, I might be able to get that.
In the 1978 movie Superman, Jor-El, Superman's father delivers a powerful message to his infant son, Kal-El, before sending him to Earth. The speech is both poetic and philosophical, and it reflects Jor-El's hopes and moral guidance for his son. Here is the core message from Jor-El's speech in the original Superman, 1978. Jor-El is speaking to infant Kal-El during his space journey. This is no fantasy, no careless product of wild imagination. No, my son, it is a historical fact. Krypton is no more. Its destruction could have been avoided, but was not. Our scientists, Jor-El foremost among them, tried to warn the people of Krypton, but it was too late. So I sent you, my only son. You will travel far, my little Kal-El, but we will never leave you, even in the face of our deaths. The richness of our lives shall be yours, all that I have, all that I've learned, everything I feel, all this and more I bequeath you, my son. You will carry me inside you all the days of your life. You will make my strength your own. You will see my life through your eyes, as your life will be seen through mine. The son becomes the father, and the father the son. This is all any father can give.
Here's the full, classic father-to-son message Jor-El delivers in the Fortress of Solitude in Superman, 1978, originally recorded on the Kryptonian crystals and spoken through the hologram. Jor-El says, "My son, you do not remember me. I am Jor-El. I am your father. By now you will have reached your 18th year, as it is measured on Earth. By that reckoning, I will have been dead for many thousands of your years. The knowledge that I have, matters physical and historic, I have given you fully on your voyage to your new home. These are important matters to be sure, but still matters of mere fact. There are questions to be asked, and it is time for you to do so." Clark, off of the screen, says, "Who am I?" Jor-El answers, "Your name is Kal-El. You are the only survivor of the planet Krypton. Even though you have been raised as a human being, you are not one of them. You have great powers, only some of which you have, as yet, discovered. Come with me now, my son, as we break through the bonds of your earthly confinement, traveling through time and space in the 6 known dimensions. Your powers will far exceed those of mortal men. I anticipated this, my son. How good it felt. You are revealed to the world. Very well, so be it. But you must still keep your secret identity. The reasons are 2. First, you cannot serve humanity 28 hours a day, or 24, as it is in Earth time. Your help would be called for endlessly, even for those problems which human beings could solve themselves. Second, your enemies will discover their only way to hurt you, by hurting the people you care for. Lastly, do not punish yourself for your feelings of vanity. Simply learn to control them. It is an affliction common to all, even on Krypton. Our destruction could have been avoided had it not been for the vanity of some who considered us indestructible. Were it not for vanity, why, at this very moment, I could embrace you in my arms, my son." Jor-El fades, leaving Clark alone. Later, during the farewell scene on Krypton just before Kal-El's launch, Jor-El offers this emotional parting gift. Jor-El. You will travel far, my little Kal-El. But we will never leave you, even in the face of our deaths. The richness of our lives shall be yours, all that I have, all that I've learned, everything I feel. All this and more, I bequeath you, my son. You will carry me inside you all the days of your life. You will make my strength your own, and see my life through your eyes, as your life will be seen through mine. The son becomes the father, and the father, the son. This is all I can send you, Kal-El. And as he watches Clark enter the fortress decades later, he adds, Jor-El, live as one of them, Kal-El, to discover where your strength and your power are needed, but always hold in your heart the pride of your special heritage. They can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Jesus Christ is of heavenly origin, being the divine Son of God, sent from heaven. Superman, Clark Kent, and Kal-El was sent from the heavens, from the planet Krypton, which is depicted somewhat as a heaven-like planet, until destruction befell them, and he was being sent by his father, Jor-El. We note also that Jor-El, Superman's father, his name echoes El, the very Hebrew word for God. The Father also had a mission and purpose for sending his only Son to the earth. Of Jesus Christ we read in John 3:16, "For God so loved the world." Jor-El reasons that they can be a great people, they only lack the light. Jesus' earthly upbringing describes a humble birth to Mary and Joseph in Nazareth. Similarly, Superman was raised by Jonathan and Martha Kent in Smallville, a humble, honest couple. Both men have a dual nature. Jesus is said to be fully divine and fully human. Clark is an alien by birth, yet human by nurture. Both heroes have a double and somewhat secret identity. Both are often misunderstood and revealed only to disciples or the closest of friends. Superman must hide his true identity as Clark Kent. Jesus' true identity was not immediately revealed or known by the people. Both heroes are moral teachers and considered to be saviors of the world which they entered into. Both preaches love, truth, justice, hope, and a message of salvation for humanity. Both possess miraculous powers. Jesus heals the sick, walks on water, raises the dead. Both have super strength. Both could ascend into the sky, having the power of flight. Superman demonstrated X-ray vision and could bring healing in some cases to mankind using his powers in a natural healing way. Both can be said to have a power of invulnerability. Superman's power is obvious. Jesus could not be killed before it was his time and allowed. Both lead a life including self-sacrifice. Jesus dies upon the cross to save humanity and sacrifices his life to save humanity. Superman also gives his life to save all the people upon the earth, which we see in Superman Returns. Both heroes are said to rise from the dead, as we would indicate a resurrection, and return from the dead, rising from the dead. Jesus rises after 3 days in the tomb. Superman returns from death in the Justice League movie. Jesus has the cross, a very symbol of salvation. On Krypton, the S stands for hope, and also gave hope to the masses upon the earth. Both have a somewhat similar message to the world. Jesus says, "Love one another as I have loved you." Superman inspires humanity to rise above fear and hatred. Jesus ascends into heaven in front of witnesses. Superman flies into the sky, often depicted as being godlike. Both heroes have or play a mediating role. Jesus Christ intercedes between God and humanity. Superman is somewhat of a mediator between Earth and Krypton, or the higher powers. Superman is often portrayed in crucifixion poses in mid-air. We can also note the use of colors as symbols. Superman's red and blue costume might reflect Jesus' red blood and blue heavens. Both represent hope and sacrificial love in times of great darkness.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound, this amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the man of steel, Superman!
just like Batman.
Can you tell us why you came to Metropolis?
To celebrate Superman.
Who's Superman?
Come on. The greatest superhero of all time.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Can you
About the
tell
rain,
us?
though.
Can you tell us why you came?
To see the light show of Superman?
Did you know it was a light show?
Right before that.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Yes, it's pretty much over.
All right. Well, did you enjoy yourself?
Very much.
What's this on your shirt here?
Too.
Oh, okay. Where's your Superman?
I actually just got one before this, but it's in the car.
And he didn't wear it.
Chicago.
Still
Okay.
didn't wear it.
All right. Let's go. Okay.